Hello and welcome to the Gauge Look and Setra and the Throne of Souls. So you'll be getting the updated counts. I'm not going to read them out because currently Setra is incapacitated, so there is no update, and there probably won't be one in this episode if I remember rightly, because bearing in mind it's only Setra that counts towards our Throne of Souls campaign. Now just a reminder, there's been a slight delay in this episode coming out. It's just due to me being on holiday. This campaign is all about getting 10,000 souls for Setra's throne, and what that means is 10,000 souls from each race. We've already managed the Tomb Kings, and we're trying to get as many legendary Lord souls to add to that count. Oh, look at this map, it looks lovely, doesn't it? And on top of that, we want to take the capital, or the original capital of the Empire, the High Elves, and the Lizard Men, just to add, and that will allow us, bear in mind this is a themed roleplay campaign, that will allow us to create the Throne of Souls, and we will win the game at that point. Okay, so as I say, it has been a little while, and bear in mind we're also reading fan fiction in between episodes, in between turns, and I'm quite enjoying it actually. I have now actually read the whole one just to make sure it is very good, and it is. A couple of grammatical errors and things, but considering somebody's written an entire novel online, I'm pretty impressed, and they're not a professional writer. Okay, so what we were doing, we're obviously waiting for Setra. We're probably waiting for that. So we've got a couple of things going on. We've got the Black Tower.
Find my harem.
That doesn't look so good. They're raiding the hell out of me, Dune Kingdoms.
Submit to the gods of Nehekara, deign that we speak.
A non-aggression pact.
You disobey.
What about a trade agreement?
Consent given. You defy me.
I mean, I am going to have to take the Dune Kingdoms out,
Disobey.
because he's being very rude right now. But it's one step at a time.
King of greatest dynasty.
Okay, do we have any... Can we recruit anyone here?
My work is
Any regiments of renown, I mean? Next turn? Okay, that's fine. We definitely could do with some... Oh yes, I would like a... I think I actually would like a caster, even though Setra's a caster. We'll see though. Okay, so we've got a couple of rights we could enact. We could enact the Sandvale and the Necrotect. Don't want either of them. We could get arcane items. Get the Scroll of Shielding, and we could get a couple of weapons. What we really want is the regeneration armor. And probably this as well. It's pretty good. Plus 25% damage resistance is nothing to laugh about. So we need spices. We need... what are they called again? Canopy Charge. Spices are just up there, so we will get them. We're well on our way doing that. We'll probably ignore the Sorcerer Islands to start with. What capacity do I have? I'm a little bit nervous that I might not be able to recruit Setra straight back into my army, so we'll keep that spare. Oh, that's right, we have a raiding army up here who's slowly recruiting. Although he's not raiding, actually speaking. Actually, we have, of course, left this in an end-turn situation, but what that does mean is we can get straight back into our story. Now, what I'll do, as I'm trying to be more organised, because I've had a few comments of this, I'll try and read a paragraph, or 2 paragraphs, depending on the length of the paragraph, even if there is a break in the middle of the turn, unless it's something that I have to speak about, okay? Ignore all that. I would like that there. Don't quite ignore all that. Okay. Raising her right arm and preparing to throw, she saw 2 of her riders suddenly fall, with the horses collapsing on the ground and the riders being thrown out. Such losses were inconsequential to Jordis, who hurled the spear. In mid-air, the spearhead burst with lavender fire. It flew straight and true into the chariot, and to her surprise, when the tip struck the head of the bull, there was merely a spark of light, but nothing more. There must have been magic protecting the chariot, she thought. She then resolved to aim for the riders of the steeds instead. Her warriors were already hurling spears and axes towards the chariots. Each weapon either missed or struck against the armour plates of the chariot. Its driver was skilled enough to know how to keep away from the effective range of the weapon of her riders. The archers on the chariot fired at another arrow, and another of the Slaaneshi champion's troops fell. Another rider quickly fell, and she realised there was a second archer. As she reached for another spear, she saw that 2 more of her riders fell. She cursed and scanned the area for the second archer. She spotted upon a series of hilly dunes to her right a skeletal rider wielding a bow who seemed to blend in with the sand. Her mind quickly calculated the distance between the 2 targets. She saw as 2 more of her riders fell, and with a great heave, she threw her second spear at the skeletal rider. Her spear blazed with fire, and it struck near the skeleton rider. There was flesh and fire, and the horse was thrown off its hooves. It landed in a clatter of bones, with the horse falling to pieces along with its rider. She scoffed at the waste of even one of the enchanted spears, but it was a necessity. Her eyes gazed back to the chariot, and she saw another one of her warriors fall. It was as if the arrows of the archers moved upon their own accord. What sort of magic is this, she wondered. I'm quite enjoying these fight scenes. We'll leave it there. Just did a couple of paragraphs. Oh. What do you offer me? Military access? Okay. We'll keep our dwarf pets, I think. Long-term trade bonuses could be quite nice for me anyway. Oh, I have a rebellion. That's not so good. And why is this turn taking so long? There we go. Why are we going to lose that fight? Okay, we're going to have to fight that. Oh, we could lose that. We do have a half-decent cavalry unit, so... it could be an interesting fight. Oh, that'd be a nightmare if we lost this little city. I wasn't prepared to lose this. Warhammer. What an amazing name. Okay, so we have to be pretty careful of how we fight here. So let's try and cause them to spread a little bit. And they are anti-infantry, they'll actually do alright, I think, against the savage orcs. The problem we've got is we don't have any Tomb Lord. I'm surprised this still works, you know, in these situations. It's gonna annoy you, isn't it? God, it's really dark. I love the little underwear they wear. Or pants. Although I'm sure that's not what you guys would call them. I think most of my audience is from North America. What would you call that? They look more like nappies, to be honest. Maybe they are nappies. They are savage orcs. Okay, I'd like to focus on the trolls, please. So I think they're gonna hurt me. Okay, if you can come down there. You move forward. I need you over there. And you over there. Okay, if you can go take out their archers. Okay, so I need you up there. You keep firing into the trolls. I'll get you on this side. God, I need you to deal with the trolls quite quickly. This could get hellish. I think I might lose this, honestly. Savage Orcs are going to do damage to me. Okay, if you can go after them and you get on the side there, please. This didn't go so well, did it? Okay, you get over there. Keep firing. Get some proper side hits on them. Okay, it's not going too bad there. Okay, fire into the side. Okay, that's not so good. Uh-oh. Well, they're going to destroy me there. You've done pretty well. Nice. Good. Perfect timing for that heal, I think. Fire in on that. You need to get in on that. If you can get over there, it'd be great. Probably do with you dealing with that Orc War boss for me. I need you to fire in on that, guys. Come on, fire. I'm not doing much to this guy at all, am I? You know what? Keep firing on that. Warriors are rallying. Good. She's struggling there, I think. I knew they would come back, little buggers. Keep firing though, would you? Come on, take a couple out on the way. Okay, I need you back here. Okay, that's the final one. Okay, I'm going to need to use that on you, because I'm not hurting you at all. So if you go after them, and we'll get you lot. Just damage that Orc War boss, please. I'll get you up here. I'll get you up here as well. Just get ready to attack. Nice! If you can try and kill him though, be great. You go after this slot. Well, you're not going to catch him, I suppose. But just keep firing. Bit of a pathetic battle, sorry, but it went okay. I'm quite pleased with that. The heals saved me. I'm not sure these guys did too much for me. I have a feeling I would end up winning that anyway. Kill him, kill him. Nice. I'm going to need an army up there. I have the army in the east. I think I'm allied with Clan Mors, so maybe I should bring this army north. It's just a basic army, but it'll be enough to stop rebellions, I imagine. Get the clump of jars, please. Harvest organs. Okay, so I think I'll probably end up losing. Oh wow, ammunition and reload time. Nice. Okay, so let us get you across, please. Numas has. Well, it's a fortified city. It's pretty crappy. Okay, so I think I prefer that though, right? Although it would be nice. I want this. So I need 7,000. Okay. If if I remember rightly, I can now build.
Irreversible. I'll redouble my efforts. Find my harem.
I can build a couple of things actually. Okay, so first off, I do want that. And what was the other one? I can get Nikahara warriors. I definitely want them. They're pretty sweet.
Me as your highness.
But what am I going to get rid of? Maybe I'll get rid of the basic skeleton spearman. Get you back in there. And if we can get you to do that. And how long till the old Setra? It's 2 turns now, isn't it? 2 turns indeed. Pills of Despair. Okay, you're not doing that to me anymore, which is very nice. I am at war with you, so I do want to come down here. King Jack One Eye. Oh, you might end up taking that, I think. Let us get you a couple more units, so shall we? Let's get you some more men in the line, shall we? Okay, Black Tower of Arcan. Fortunately, I can't build anything there realistically. Okay, so I've got some research to do. Well, these are pretty good, you know. The question really is, do I want to... I might just go straight into that. Why not? Okay. And I think it's another end turn situation here. Hopefully take this city in this episode as well.
My will be done.
Bit of a hodgepodge of an army there. It's okay. Is there anything else to be recruited soon? Just a flock. Excuse me. What else do we want from you? So this guy's the ranger, remember, so he is capable of more missile damage basically. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually get rid of this lot. 3 of them. 3 of them. And let's maybe get some standard cavalry. Oh, they're not very good though, are they? Tempted to get a new Shakti here as well. We will. Then we'll worry about that afterwards. Okay. Yes, I'm aware of all this, thank you. Please allow me to end the turn and we'll get back into our story. Preparing for another throw, Jordis felt the sudden lurch of her chariot as the horse to her right screamed in pain. She was shocked to see an arrow had struck its right eye and it bucked. The sudden erratic movement of the horse caused the left side of her chariot to lose its balance. The horse on the right tripped and stumbled headlong onto the sand. Jordis herself did not react fast enough to grab onto the rails. The chariot of the flesh flayer flipped over, with Jordis herself being thrown directly into the spiky wheels, which impaled and sliced her body into many countless pieces. The last thing she thought of before she died was the terrible idea it was to create a chariot like that. Okay, that grab her a little bit off there, but it did sound like a pretty bad idea, Jordis, to create a chariot that was going to kill you like that. Idiot chaos. Okay, let's start the new chapter then. Lying upon his back on the sandy dunes, Kismet felt a small sense of satisfaction at the destruction of the hellish contraption. His legs were all but shattered into many pieces, and much of his torso had been destroyed as well. His horse, of which he could not really remember the name of, but he knew it had served him for a long time in life, was now shattered into many pieces. This did upset him. His skeletal hand still gripped his bow, and he had managed to hold on to one of his arrows during his fall. All that was left of the Master of Scouts was a torso with the arms and head still attached. He looked to see if his queen was all right. A faint emotion filtered its way through him. He remembered it was a relief as his queen fired more arrows into the barbarian riders. He admired the driving skill of Asim, who could control a chariot as easily as Kismet himself could control a horse. He vaguely remembered how the two of them used to have a rivalry of sorts. Both had shared a certain affection to the queen, which Kismet himself was more eager to express.
But know that the desert is mine.
What do you want from me here? A trade agreement and money. Yeah, I'll take your money for a trade agreement. Money is not easy to come by. Even with the radius mod that increases monetary values, it is challenging. You know what? I will peace out with you just so I can ignore you. And bring my army north, because I do want to finish off Arcan. I think we'll invade the Dune Kingdoms as well. I'll have to have multiple thrusts though, so I'll have an army going towards the Last Defenders. I'll have an army going north, which will probably be Setra, and I'll have probably this army that will mop up the rest of this, although Setra will come, well, Setra's army will come north and east and then head into the Badlands. Although, I will get Setra to deal with that first once he's back. Go away. Nice easy 30 jars though, must admit. Oh. Did I already have... Oh, I did have somebody going. Okay, well you just... What's that? Nice. So I did have somebody going up here. We'll keep you as a basic army just now, I suppose. Plenty of archers at least. A couple of cavalry archers. There you go. Oh, I could get another casket of souls, but unfortunately I need the money for this. Okay, is there anything else I can get actually? Legions of Renown, Regiments of Renown. No, not at the moment. Okay, you, my friend, are coming here.
Onward, soldiers.
And that, oh no, I think Archon must still be injured.
My will be done.
Well, this could be a sticky situation actually. If they have any other armies floating around. Right, you, King Jack One Eye. In fact, you are going to come across here. Can I just check what my trade agreement values are? Who else would trade with me?
The time for talk is over.
I lied before. Tomb thing. Yes.
Trade agreement? Nice. I'll have to focus more on trade than I normally do.
Only the Grail companion.
Just as it's going to take a while. So you guys, you're pretty crap.
And what can the Dawi do for you?
I'd like them to become my vassal, to be honest. I think we're a wee bit away from that. Fagan's Errantary can just stay down there. Do you have any resources? You have dyes. I feel like I already have dyes though. Maybe I don't. But it is time. In fact, this army is going to have to be a little bit better than I was planning. Let's get a couple of them for you as well, because you are going to be at the northern push as well. In fact, no, you're going to be the... Oh, I've got so many armies. Okay, let's end turn. We're chopping through this episode, but I am trying to get back to Setra. It does look like we will now get Setra in the first, at least the first turn next episode. We might make it this episode. Okay. Let's have a look. A few more of the riders fell, and it had been enough to drive the rest away. As soon as they had fled, the Queen's chariot had turned to his direction. His mind calculated the speed and direction of which it had travelled, and felt that the half-remembered emotion of relief again, as he concluded that it would not run him over. As the chariot came to a halt beside him, the Queen and Asim had disembarked. He saw her walk over to him, and she lifted him up from the sands with her arms. "Are you all right, old friend?" asked the Queen, with a hint of concern in her dry, whispery voice. For a brief moment, Gizmet remembered the smell of her perfume she had once worn in times of peace, of her sultry, yet regal voice. He remembered his desire for her, and what it was like to have the flesh and blood, and then it was gone once more as he tried to think. She let him down by the side of the chariot, while Azim had gathered up several of his bones. He tried to remember again what it was like to be alive, and all he could say in response was, "I continue to serve my queen." The Queen then ordered Asim to head back to the pyramid. He knew that their suspicion of an enemy army was now confirmed. The Queen would now rouse her army. Soon, the Legion of Tahara of Gasabar would march to war once more. I'm actually getting excited, even though I already know what's going to happen. Okay, is this going to be a battle here for us, folks? It may be. I think we're going to get Setra. I might even fight this battle with Setra just for fun. I think Setra is going to need a backup army as well. Look at this thunder and lightning going on here.
Not even Nagash can challenge me.
Okay, Setra is back.
Land of the dead.
So we're going to need Setra. So we're actually going to bring you back.
Unliving, Mars. Bow before your king.
Let us... Let's just get a small cavalry force to give to that guy. Hey, protect. Still don't like this guy. I mean, the unit capacity is nice. He's probably going to come into this second army, though, and I'll get a Tomb Prince and a Wizard of some form. Okay, you're recruiting nicely. You're now back to where you should be. Imminent rebellion in the coast of Araby. Don't think that matters too much for our situation. Let's upgrade that, though. You're being upgraded. Tell you what, if you can go up the way, please. How is our raider force going? I would like to start raiding again for the money. A couple of turns. Okay, that's all good. Looking ahead, the ranger. Anyway, I think we'll call it there. So we know in the next episode we're going to have Setra back, which is beautiful. And we are going to fight for Lashik. We might actually get this guy to go to the Sorceress Islands. We just recruit a few forces down here. Okay, so thank you very much. I do hope you're enjoying the story because I'm enjoying reading it. Please remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you want me to add some tales into our roleplay. I'm very happy to do that. I'm enjoying this sort of thing. And I'll see you for the next one, folks.